What's going on, everyone? It's Zaneas, or Zany for short. Call of Duty Season 4 just dropped, and you know I had to go all in on BlackCell and Battle Pass to see if it's really worth your hard-earned Call of Duty points or $30. In today's video, we're breaking down everything from exclusive BlackCell skins and instant unlocks to Battle Pass rewards, tier skips, and whether this premium upgrade actually gives you an in-game edge or if it's all just cosmetic hype. If you're on the fence about dropping $30 or just want to see what you get before pulling the trigger, I've got you. This is no BS, hands-on review from perspective of someone who actually plays. Not to mention, also a noob. We'll take a look at the operator skins, blueprint designs, reactive elements, and how the bonus CP adds up. Plus, I'll give you my verdict at the end, buy or pass. So if you're grinding through Season 4, thinking about upgrading, or just curious about what BlackCell really includes, hit the like, sub if you're new, and let's get into it. Alright, so to begin, it's actually a little interesting how complicated it can be to find your way to the BlackCell purchase page, because if you click on BlackCell itself, interestingly enough, it doesn't take you to a checkout page like you would think it would. It actually takes you to the tiers and over to the pages, and then if you look a little bit higher than midway on the left hand side, you'll see that 5 is Battle Pass purchase required, so then you click 5, and this is what brings you to the landing page. You can either opt to do the Battle Pass for 1100 Call of Duty points, which just includes the 100 unlockable rewards, plus you can earn an additional 1100 Call of Duty points, so in theory you can continue to recycle your investment as long as you're not dropping your Call of Duty points on skins or weapons or anything of the like. One tier up, at 2400 Call of Duty points, you get the 20 tier skip tokens. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's go back to the Battle Pass page. All these pages, every single one of these little things, whether it's a calling card, a loading screen, double XP, or even Call of Duty points themselves, this is a tier. It's important to understand that, because I myself, as embarrassing as it sounds, I did not know that. I thought one whole page was a tier, but it's not. It's every single one of these individual elements that is a tier itself. So you get 20 of these right off the bat, and if you were to buy every single one on every single page from the start, that would take you to about page 4, assuming you don't unlock anything else. Not to mention that when you get to page 2, 3, and 4, you get the opportunity to redeem Call of Duty points. It's not very many, but it's a very quick initial return on investment. Now over to the BlackCell, not only do you get everything that's included in the first tier and the second tier, but you also get 5 instant BlackCell rewards, and let's quickly talk about that. Right to the left of page 1 is everything you get, to include the XP boost, which this in itself, if you're looking to grind through levels fast, this can be a huge difference. And don't forget, this stacks up. This means that if you bought BlackCell in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4, all this XP is gonna compound. So if you bought the previous 3 seasons and are now buying Season 4, you will actually have a 40% XP boost. Yes, you heard that correctly, a 40% XP boost. Now this is the big part right here. You get 1100 Call of Duty points right away as well. So on top of the earnable Call of Duty points, you also get 1100, and this is just gonna very quickly stack up, again, if your objective is to end up with an operator skin or some kind of weapon skin. You obviously get all the BlackCell skins. You get the BlackCell emblem, which is right here. This is the clan tag. This is what's gonna show up next to your name in the kill feed. In case you've been wondering, this is how people get it. They purchase and opt into the BlackCell and to use the BlackCell clan tag. Now something I hadn't seen before, and forgive me if this has been there, but I just haven't seen it myself, is a kill tally. This will show on your weapon whenever you're accruing kills, whether it's Warzone or just multiplayer. You'll be able to see your number of kills. You'll get the blueprint for the Ladra, but you know what? Let's stop right here and let's just go purchase the BlackCell right now. Alright, purchase complete, and as you can see, I now own everything in the BlackCell tier list, to include the 10% XP increase. I got my Call of Duty points, and everything else I just mentioned, to include the blueprint, the kill tally, and the clan tag, and the new operator skin. There's that 10% Battle Pass XP boost, a new emote, which I don't know, some of the emotes kind of suck in Call of Duty, to be perfectly honest. Moving on over to the legendary blueprint for the light machine gun, the Fang 82, pretty cool looking. Legendary decal, this is a large decal decal, okay? So this is gonna take the big portion of your weapon. Untamable, they call it, and some more BlackCell skins, which again, they're kind of cool looking, but if you ask me, they're all starting to look alike, and at this point, come on you guys, give us something a little bit different. Now moving on over to the actual pages, this is where we're gonna get into it and to see what else we get. Something I like to do that I learned last season is if you look up here at the token bank, I have 20 tier skips, but what I want to do is I want to turn this off, and the reason I turn auto claim off is in case I don't have the opportunity to finish the battle pass or I don't play enough. I want to be able to pick and choose what I collect and what I don't, because some of these things really just don't interest me. Like the calling card, I'm not a big fan of the calling card. I don't chase calling cards. I'm really after skins is what I like to go after in the game. Double XP is always a must, whether it's weapon or actual in-game XP. I always claim those. Some of the emblems are not for me, but some of them can be cool looking. The blueprint, I kind of like the theme that they went with, so I'll probably be claiming that one right off the start. The emotes, also not my thing. I normally pick one or two, and those are the ones I tend to stick to. Weapon charm, nice little grader going through what looks like a cupcake, and some more additional skins on page 1. Let's go over to page 2 and see what we get. As we go into page 2, something I neglected to mention that this reminded me of is that you do get an instant page unlock when you purchase BlackCell. This means that you can bypass every single one of these locks and just claim the entire page as is. This is where we get into the good stuff, I think. This is where we get into some cool stuff. Look at this skin for the submachine gun, the PPSH 41 heat signature. That is really cool looking. I will definitely be claiming that when we get to it. Another weapon sticker, and don't forget the toggle because right behind it is a get glowing spray. I like it, I'm not against it. Double XP, we'll be claiming that. A reticle, the chain reticle, I like it. I might be claiming that as well. The Call of Duty points is no question, I will be claiming that. Another finishing move that, oh my, it's kind of gory and I kind of like it. Right now I have one very similar where the guy's laying on the ground and you come up from behind him and you kind of just slash his throat. So that's interesting to me. I will be claiming that as well. And continuing to the last thing on this page is this BlackCell skin, that purple sort of glowy smoke. Again, they're all starting to look alike. The one from season 3 was very similar except it had gold and gold flakes all over it. So it is what it is. Moving on to page 3. Quickly going through the things here, we have another emblem. We have a frag skin that I really like. I will be claiming this. Remember, this will take over the current design of the frag. So when you're throwing things in the game, you're not going to be throwing a frag. It's going to be looking like you're throwing a potato. This is a boom potato. I like the name. A weapon sticker, double XP, always claim these. A weapon charm that appears to be a little flat. I wish they would have made this 3D, but good looking either way. We got a spray that I don't use in the game. Let me know if you use sprays down in the comments below because I don't. And you got a new weapon, LC10. I tested this in a private server and let me tell you guys, it delivers. Once you soup it all up, I can definitely see the LC10 being one of those weapons that people begin to talk about as updates roll out. Over to page 4, we have a calling card. Again, I don't claim calling cards, but it's a very good looking one. We get a weapon skin for the Model L that appears to be very basic, but I get what they're doing here. They're sticking with the theme and it's not bad looking at all. A large decal, additional Call of Duty points. You get 100 on this page, plus the toggle, which is Gobblegums. I'm not going to be covering that in this video, but look into Gobblegums. It's something you can actually use in a different part of the game. Now, this is one of the few blueprints that caught my attention. The Pistol Strider caliber 22. This is very reminiscent of sort of Red Dead Redemption, and I think this is one of the few I'll be claiming myself personally. An emblem there, and an operator skin. When you hit the toggle, it obviously gives you the BlackCell edition with the purple glow and smoke. And by the way, don't forget, at the end of this, I will be telling you which page I will unlock if I am to unlock a page instantly using the BlackCell instant unlock. Going over to the finishing move, using sort of a food tray. Yeah, I like it. That's pretty cool looking. A blueprint for the cleaver, and my goodness, the amount of people that use the cleaver, I can tell you this is going to be something popular. A lot of people are going to be claiming this. Large decal, another calling card, double XP, don't forget to hit the toggle, another spray, and it looks like this is a loading screen. I don't care for loading screens, but for those of you that do, there's this here, and yet another blueprint that has my attention for the XMG. I like the chains going around it. I like the icy look. I might be claiming this one. Going with the toggle, and this looks like an oversized syringe of sorts, so I don't know. Maybe I'll claim this one as well. Moving on over to page 6, we have a skin, we have a spray, we have a blueprint, a weapon sticker, some Call of Duty points, and double XP. To be honest, I'm going through this page kind of quick because nothing on this page stands out to me other than the obvious Call of Duty points and double XP, because even the weapon itself, the FFAR1, I know it's generating a little bit of buzz, but I've yet to try it, so nothing really stands out to me. Page 7 definitely caught my attention with the weapon charm. I like it. I don't know what this is. Maybe like a rig detonator, maybe like a detonator rigged to a cell phone. Call of Duty points, let's hit the toggle. More Gobblegums, but everything else is just a calling card. A blueprint that appears to be very basic. The G-grip, this is what everyone is talking about, and I tried it in a private server, and let me tell you guys, this thing is OP. I like it, and I'm gonna gonna drop a little hint here. This might be the page that I unlock if I do unlock a page. Not to mention that the operators are not bad looking operators. We have what appears to be a cafeteria worker, and then we have the BlackCell edition that's sort of zombified, if you will, with an apple in his mouth and that purple glow that we're getting familiar with. So I don't know, I might be coming back to page 7. Over to page 8, another emblem, a blueprint, a large decal, a reticle, yet another blueprint for the GS45, another spray, and at the end you do have the blueprint for the SWAT 556 with that same sort of frost look and the animated chain going around it. I'm digging these blueprints. I might be claiming these as well. Quickly into page 9, another sort of basic page. You get a blueprint for the asphalt, you got the double XP, you get a finishing move. I've seen better finishing moves. You get the Call of Duty points 100, and let's hit the toggle. You get more gobble gums, you get a blueprint for the knife, a spray, and this is probably one of the few operator skins that really does stand out to me. I like this skin. There's something about the skin. It's simplistic, it's small, it's not too much, it's just perfect. This is the BlackCell skin I might be sporting. And then if you hit the toggle, you have the one without the glow. Over to page 10, you got a calling card, double XP, another operator that's very basic, and if you're after that sort of basic fundamental look where you're not going to stick out, you're not going to make a large target, definitely look into skins like this one. You got a loading screen, an emote, that double XP, and at the end we get a blueprint for the ASG89, and if you hit the toggle, you get that BlackCell frost chain look for the ASG89 as well. Over to page 11, this is a good page right here. You get a blueprint for the GPMG7, you got a sticker, you get Call of Duty points, you get a weapon charm, you hit the toggle, and you get gobble gums, you get an emblem, you get double XP, and of course you get the blueprint for the assault rifle FFAR1, and if you hit the toggle, you obviously get the BlackCell edition. This is another very good page, a high contender along with page 7 for an instant unlock for me. Page 12 brings us more of the same. You get a spray, you get a blueprint for the saw, which is a really good looking blueprint. This is also one of the few that I like. I will definitely be claiming this one when I get to it. You get an emblem, you get Call of Duty points, you get a reticle that I'm not a big fan of. I kind of like my reticles to be simplistic. I want to be able to see the target clearly, and this just doesn't do it for me. It's a little crowded, and I might lose perfect sight picture of my targets downrange if I were to use this reticle. So not for me. The nail gun, I've seen a lot of people use a nail gun as of late, so here's a blueprint for the nail gun. I'm not too sure what it's trying to do, but it's good looking, so hey, have at it. And at the end, you get the BlackCell operator skins. There's the basic edition, and then obviously you get the BlackCell edition when you hit that toggle. Another good page here because you get a little bit of everything. You get an operator skin, a very simplistic one. Again, slim profile is what I'm after here, so I like this one. You get the double XP, you get the blueprint for the DM10, which is a good looking blueprint here. It's got a lot going on, but at the same time, not too much. It's got a loading screen, you get a large decal, Call of Duty points, you hit the toggle when you get more gobble gums, and at the end of this page, you got a very good looking blueprint for the Model L Drain Hazard. Man, the only thing I wish is that you'd be able to apply this blueprint to any weapon, or maybe that is possible. If that's possible, let me know in the comments below and I'll take a look at it. But if you hit the toggle, you also get the BlackCell edition, and man, these have a lot going on in it, but I tell you, the detail is just amazing. I like everything it has going for it, and this is something I will be claiming. So moving on to page 14, and coming to the end here, you get double XP, you get a blueprint for the HDR, a weapon sticker, Call of Duty points, double weapon XP, a calling card, an operator skin that might stick out. This is one of the reasons why I don't use these big bulky operator skins. To me, they just make you a bigger target out in the battlefield, but it's not bad looking by any means. A weapon charm that I am a big fan of, and over to the blueprint for the LC10. Once again, I don't think I know what this is doing. It looks like maybe it's got a propeller in the back, creating some kind of propulsion, maybe over to the front. Same thing, maybe, I don't know, torpedo, submarine vibes. Somebody let me know what this is trying to do. But I do like the tracers, white mist tracers. That's cool looking. And then, of course, the BlackCell edition. Now, something to keep in mind, when you pass page 14, something I also didn't know is once you pass page 14, all of this will be unlocked. Once you have 100% completion, you don't need additional tokens. These will unlock automatically, and they will all be claimed. This is a bonus for completing the battle pass in its entirety. So you're going to get these for free. So you're going to get the legendary finishing move here that is really animated, and again, going after sort of that neck area there. You're going to get the season 4 BlackCell emblem, the calling card, 200 Call of Duty points, another gobble gum, and finishing up with that yard dog operator skin. You hit that toggle and you get the BlackCell edition. So if we're talking about in-game edge, let's quickly talk about the LC10. As I told you guys, I already tried this weapon in a private server, and I am telling you, it is OP. If you couple this with what I found on page 7, and that's the G-grip that sort of gives you that front post for weapon handling along with the laser, I am telling you, this is going to be OP, and a lot of people are going to be talking about this weapon. Let's also quickly visit page 6 because we need to talk about the FFAR1. From what I understand, this is a weapon that's making a return from either a previous edition of Call of Duty or another version of it, and I've already seen a few posts about this weapon, and there's a reason why they made this an unlockable tier. So this might be a weapon that delivers some heavier damage to your opponents, so keep this in mind. So to wrap this up, if you're looking for an in-game edge, BlackCell is really not going to give it to you. Apart from the 2 weapons that I spoke about, everything else is strictly cosmetic, because everything else outside of these unlockable weapons is either an operator skin, a spray, a loading screen, a calling card, or double XP, and that's really it. So if you're thinking that BlackCell is going to give you somewhat of an edge in the game, it's really not. You're going to get to accrue some faster XP with these bonuses, so if you're looking to move through the levels pretty fast and prestige and maybe get to level 1000 or whatever it is you're trying to do, this is definitely the ticket. But apart from that, don't be fooled. It is very possible for you to buy the Battle Pass once, complete everything on every single page, and then just continue to reinvest that initial 1100 Call of Duty points for the next Battle Pass in the next season. And that's a wrap on the Call of Duty Season 4 BlackCell and Battle Pass deep dive. Whether you're here to grind for skins, flex on the battlefield, or decide if that premium tier is really worth it, I hope this breakdown gives you the clarity you needed. To sum it up, BlackCell offers some slick cosmetics, fast unlocks, and decent Call of Duty return, but if you're not into the aesthetics or grinding hard this season, it might not be a must buy for you. The Battle Pass itself still brings a solid value for casual and competitive players alike, and if you've already copped it, let me know in the comments what your favorite unlock is. Either way, you'll see some more Season 4 gameplay all month long, and if you want no more fluff reviews and raw gameplay with zero gimmicks, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're new, tap the bell so you don't miss the next upload. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.